What's up, fight fans? Thank you once again for coming through. Much appreciated. Remember, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not new and you've come back to watch another video, honestly, thank you very, very much. These are minutes you're never, ever going to get back. So thank you for spending a few minutes with yours truly. All right, let's talk about the bad guy of British boxing. The certified baddest man in the world of boxing within the UK. That guy is now Ohara Davies. Derek Chisora, step aside. Dylan White, step aside. Tyson Fury, step aside. We have a new king. We have a new king of the bad boys. Or, as to how the British public perceive him to be anyway. I followed Ohara Davies for a few years. We have a mutual friend. So I've always kind of followed his progression just because I wanted to see how he was going to do since he was a young kid, actually. So I've seen him evolve, if you like, into this guy that tweets a lot, talks a lot, rather than just concentrate on his boxing. And I don't blame him. I actually don't blame him. It seems as though, especially if you're a young kid coming up, it seems as though you know how to get your way forward or how to do well or jump the queue, so to speak, is talk a lot of smack. That's right. That's what boxing and talking smack go hand in hand now. It's like the WWE. You've got to talk a lot of smack. You talk a lot of smack, you get the opportunities. The problem is no one tells these kids that are talking smack, and Ohara Davies has talked smack for a long time. No one tells him what's wrong or what's right. In boxing, is there? In boxing, can you cross a line? People might say yes. I mean, well, you guys go and watch Ricardo Mayorga press conferences, go and watch Mike Tyson's top 10 disgusting quotes, go and watch David Haye versus Tony Bellew press conference recently. I don't know if you can draw the line. I don't know if you can talk enough smack. Conor McGregor does it as well. I don't know if there's a limit to how much smack talking is you cross the line. And Ohara Davies obviously doesn't know quite when to stop either. But again, he's grown up listening to these people talk smack, earn money and get opportunities. So why would he not, if you like, copy that mode, right? Why would he not copy that kind of blueprint to success? Especially if, like me, you think Ohara Davies is just an okay boxer. An okay boxer is not going to get opportunities by just not talking. You've got to talk a bit of smack. Did he go too far? As a Liverpool fan, I think he probably did go too far. I think the Hillsborough disaster and its relation to the Sun newspaper doesn't necessarily need to be brought up when you're going back and forth with Tommy Coyle. It doesn't. But again, it's not the first time he's done it. Obviously, he's been pulled, as you guys know, from the February 3rd show. He's been dropped by his management company, so to speak. And I also heard that he's been dropped by his trainer, which I think is a fantastic thing, because I thought his trainer was shit for him personally. My question to you guys is this. If Anthony Joshua, and I don't think Anthony Joshua is this silly to have said this, but Anthony Joshua said some shit though. Anthony Joshua said some shit. But if Anthony Joshua had said that, would he be pulled? Would Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker be cancelled right now? Would his trainer, Rob McCracken, say, can't train you no more? Would his management company say, I'm sorry, done? It comes down to this, doesn't it? If Ohara Davies is a superstar, no one gives a fuck. He gets a slap on the wrist and he apologizes, releases a statement, and we move on. Ohara Davies simply isn't a draw. He doesn't sell any tickets. No one's really interested in him, and it's so easy then to drop him. And I feel like, I'm not going to say he's been made a scapegoat, but I've seen fighters say some terrible shit and just get away with it. Mayorga, Tyson, Bellew, Chisora. I mean, in America, it's just the list goes on in America. I mean, the list is that big of American sports stars that say horrible things, and people kind of just feel like, I'm not looking at you as a role model, so I really can't give a fuck about what you're saying. Believe you me, in the boxing and fighting world, I've heard some damn right despicable stuff. But because it's been said by superstars, you kind of get away with it. Because Ohara Davies isn't that, and probably will not be that after watching a few of his fights, he gets a smack on the wrist, and I think it's very unfortunate. But again, I do think that fighters, especially boxers who know it isn't just a case of being a world champion, you've got to sell yourself. And again, any publicity is good publicity. I think they've almost adopted this thing now where trash talk is good. Trash talk is good. You know how good trash talk is? This is how good trash talk is. In the lead up to Ohara Davies versus Josh Taylor, Barry McGuigan met Ohara Davies at the airport and he said, "You're not selling this fight, son. Please start talking trash. Please start talking trash to sell the fight." Ohara Davies said this on the press conference. It's there. It's in tape. So on one hand, it's a case of Ohara Davies, please talk trash to sell the fight. And that's a case of Ohara Davies, you've talked far too much trash, we're cutting you. That's difficult, right? It's a thin line. It's a thin line. He's crossed it, don't get me wrong. Look, I'm not sticking up for him. I think he's crossed that line. But he's a young man. On one hand, we're saying talk trash, sell a fight. On the other hand, we're saying you've talked too much trash. Same thing with Eddie Hearn done the same thing for the build-up for Derek Chisora, Dylan White. He pulled Derek Chisora to the side and said, you're not selling the fight. Sell the fight a bit more. A few minutes later, Derek Chisora picked up a table and threw it. So it's all right. Guys, do this, but don't do too much. I don't know. But guys, what do you think? Is he the bad guy of boxing? Is he the new #1? Or is he just a young kid that's tried to copy what he's seen before and has gone a bit too far? And rather than just give him a slap on the wrist, they've removed him from getting paid for his next fight. They've dropped him from his management company supposedly dropped him. His trainers dropped him. I mean, for fuck's sake, calm down. He's a kid that made a mistake. That's it. Nothing more. And again, this is coming from a Liverpool fan. I think what he said was disgusting. But let me tell you now, I've seen a lot more disgusting things said by higher profile people who've only just been given a slap on the wrist for doing so. But guys, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Peace.